Yeah, Trey, what Xavier Legette's doing out there right now is just kind of insane from our perspective. Just can you talk about what you see behind the scenes, the work he's putting in, just how amazing it is out in the field?
I mean, what he's doing right now is nutty. But, I mean, it's no surprise to anybody. Dude works his butt off day in and day out, practices the right way, takes care of his body, and just always in the film room. So there's no surprise to anybody. He works harder than anybody I've ever seen.
Trey, what does it mean to you to go back to Tennessee and play in Knoxville on Saturday?
That's going to be really fun. I know a couple guys that play on the team, especially on the defense. So some guys that I grew up with playing ball 7-on-7 and stuff. So it's going to be really fun just, going and playing those guys. I haven't played in Tennessee since, I've been playing college football. So it'll be fun to be on the other side and being in Neyland and seeing that environment and that stadium packed out. So I'm excited.
When you look at this offense, all 4 weeks, you've got a touchdown on the first 2 drives. In your opinion, the offenses you've played in, what makes an offense start fast in a game? What's the key to that?
Really just getting that first down. And once you get that first down, then you're able to roll and just make big plays down the field. And we've done it time in, time again. And just going to keep building off that. You've seen flashes of us be really great, and we just also have things to clean up, and that's what we're trying to do is fix those little things so we can be as explosive as possible.
Trey, you mentioned no one's shocked by Xavier because of how hard he works. Do you have a story of him working or in practice that you're like, okay, this dude, it's a different level?
I mean, it's just you see this man on offense, run a go ball, catch a go ball, then go and do punt, and do the things that nobody really wants to do, and he takes it in full stride, and I'm happy for him, excited for him. We knew it was coming. Dude works his butt off every day.
Trey, Spencer's talked a little bit about how he feels like Dowell's scheme is helping make him more accurate. Just from your perspective, catching passes, what kind of about y'all's system is helping him, hit y'all so consistently?
I think Spencer's just playing with immense confidence. He's free. He's not thinking about much. He knows what he wants to do with the ball when it's time to throw it and make a play. And I think that's the biggest thing is just he's just free of mind and just going out there and playing. And it's easy to play the game of football when you're not thinking about anything.
What's up, Trey? You guys were able to establish the run pretty well on Saturday. What's that help open up for you guys on the offensive side of the ball?
It makes, playing offense a lot easier when you're not one-dimensional. And we're just going to keep trying to add to it every week and run the ball and get those guys some touches. I'm excited for that whole running back room. And as we come along, the O-line is playing better and better each week. So as we come closer together, we should be better.
Trey, you mentioned knowing some of those guys on Tennessee. Just from a defensive standpoint, what have you seen from them on film, and what kind of challenge does that defense present you guys this week?
They're coached really well, play really hard, get after the quarterback a lot. It's going to be a dogfight as every SEC game is, so we got to go in there and just be ready to be physical.
I'm not sure if you were playing at the time it happened last year, but did you happen to be watching the South Carolina-Tennessee game from last season and remember anything from it?
Yeah, I was playing at the time, but we looked up because they showed the scores. I was like, hey, yo, what's going on in South Carolina? But, it's a new year. I'm glad to be a part of this team, and I'm just glad to, happy to play in this game this weekend.
Trey, you knew Coach Loggins, obviously, from your time at Arkansas. This is your first time playing in an offense he's designed and getting to call. What are your impressions of how he's installed game plans, the efficiency of doing that in his play calling through the first 4 games? He's
just very detailed-oriented. He knows what he wants, what he doesn't want, and he holds us to a standard that's very high. And I think that's what helps us, play well, because we know that we need to go out there and give our hardest and play nasty and, do the extra things. And put good stuff on tape. That's all it is your tape is who you are. And so when you think about that, just going out there and playing as hard as you can every snap and even if it's a bad play, letting it go and playing the next one.
Kind of going back to last year's Tennessee game, this is a matchup that a lot of people consider a very deep rivalry between these two programs. Kind of what does that make for you guys, and how excited are you to be able to experience that in person for the first time?
Oh, I'm very excited. Obviously wasn't a part of the team last year, so just going out there and playing in this game, it's going to be really fun. The atmosphere is going to be great. It's going to be loud. I mean, it's everything you want in SEC football. That's why you play in the SEC, is for big time games like this weekend. So I'm just ready to go play.
Trey, you've watched a lot of SEC teams on tape and preparation, things like that. Some years the SEC has a specific identity, defensive ends or strong running backs. Is it more spread across the board this year? Is the SEC kind of more versatile, let's say, when you look at opponents on tape?
Oh, that's a hard question to answer. I think the biggest thing you see, it's just the size. SEC guys are just huge and big and strong guys, and a lot of twitchy athletes, man, that can fly off the ball and just make plays, and you'll see that year in and year out. Now schemes might change, to fit personnel, but that's the biggest thing, is the way that guys play and the body types and just the athleticism of guys.
You've been really close to the end zone on a couple of catches this season. How did it feel to get in there the other night?
Man, finally. I've been kicking myself for the past couple weeks. Finally, we got in the paint Saturday. Just felt like a weight was lifted off my shoulders, and I just know that there's more plays to be made, and more plays that I should have made already this season. So going back to work every day, even after a bad game, good game, just trying to be the same guy every week, and just working hard and getting better.
Yeah, Trey, given the fact that you guys already played against Georgia in week 3, that's obviously a tough environment, right? How much did that tough and playing in that tough environment, how do you feel like it's prepared you guys for what you may see on Saturday?
I think a lot. We had some young guys in there playing for the first time, especially, and I would be scared to play for the first time playing in Athens. So I think we'll be better for it and be more prepared this weekend, and just hopefully go out there and just make plays.
Speaking of the young guys, when an offense gets off to the start like you did on Saturday, driving the length of the field on your first 2 possessions, what does that do to solidify, and maybe even the veterans too, that what we're doing in practice, all this film that we're watching, this is why we do it?
Yeah, you can definitely tell. To have 2 90-plus yard drives is ridiculous to have in a season, and we had 2 in a game. So it's just, we know that we can do so much more as an offense, and as we continue to get closer, we have a lot of new people. So, and you can only get, so close playing in games, and you have to play in games to get, closer. And so once we keep doing that, the sky's the limit for this offense.
For y'all's defense, the D-line has kind of come on the last couple of weeks with like TJ and Boogie. And what have you seen from those guys? Maybe not necessarily just them, but the D-line as a whole, or during practice and obviously game day as well.
Just playing very hard, man, and very fundamentally sound. I think that's the biggest thing, is firing off the ball, holding their gaps, and then when it's time to rush, going after the quarterback. We see it every day when we practice. Those dudes play hard, and it's showing on Saturdays, and we're a better team for it. Thank you.